The power of his dream brings you here. His man, Sean Carlard.
Wilma, we've learned how to process trauma correctly by going through the 6 steps, past and present. We've just discussed as to we need to guard our heart, where we put boundaries in place. First, find your ground zeros. Yours is you don't like shouting. Also, swearing. You don't like swearing around you. If people are going to swear, again, you first ask them. If not, you remove yourself. You don't ask them to go unless it's your home. They lose you because they don't want to change that behavior or attitude. But it does take a bit of confidence to now all of a sudden go and establish your boundaries, especially if you've been traumatized your whole life, mostly by mental or emotional abuse. And putting boundaries in place takes a bit of courage, if not a lot of courage. And as you say, I'm doing it for me, I'm not doing it to you. Relationship's not on the table. But you grow up in a background, let's say a person was abused growing up, they've lost their identity, they've lost their security, who they are as a person has just dissipated. Now they've learned to deal with the trauma. You've given them the 6 processes. I'm going to put boundaries in place before I walk out the door. The only thing is now, how do I deal with the courage and the confidence to be able to do this?
You have to know who you are, your identity. You would find out who you are, your values, reiterate that, speak it over your life continuously, who you are, believing that who you are, not what has been said about you and what you have believed about you.
Very good. We've processed trauma. We've learned how to do the past and the present. Future, we're going to now avoid being traumatized by finding out our ground zero, doing the Way We Roll course, and putting boundaries in place.
Absolutely.
And we are going to go and find our identity.
Yes.
From the interpersonal skills course as to who we are, where do we fit in, who is more valuable than others, if at all. And in this, it will give me the courage and the confidence to find my acceptance and my value before, not because. A nice thing would be, in past, I was very traumatized in different situations. I would go partying, and at those parties, I'd get drunk and I'd get beaten up, or I would say or do things that I'm not proud of. But because I'm insecure as a person, I could never stand up and say no. In fact, I can't, even at work. I will dump my family for the sake of work because I don't want to lose my job or I don't want to be rejected.
Because you're seeking acceptance.
Absolutely. And my family's going to forgive me. The work's not.
Yes.
But now when I've done the interpersonal skills course and I find my true value, my acceptance is before and not because, and therefore I can stand up and go, stop.
In the name of love, stop.
Before you break my heart.
That's right.
And you have the courage and confidence to say no and walk away. In other words, you learn not to put yourself in situations that previously allowed trauma to seek, kill, and destroy. You'll be able to assess it and walk away because you're there to preserve your heart and the future that you have reclaimed.
Yes, you are free to be you in every situation.
If you do the interpersonal skills course, it will help you secure your identity and you will find your true value as a human being. And you will have acceptance, which means your acceptance is before you meet anyone in the world, not because of other people in this world. Who you are is good enough and strong enough and valuable enough to say no. So in other words, you've got what it takes.
Absolutely.
Well, come and join us on the next course. That is it for the trauma course, Wilma. What a wonderful experience. And I'm looking forward to seeing it online. Let's just go through it again. What are the 6 steps?
The T stands for trauma. Identify your trauma. Reclaim and take back what has been stolen from you. Acknowledge that the trauma had an intent. Understand that this trauma can be used to your advantage. You will see the miraculous in your life, and you'll see as things change in your life, the new you, and then appropriate, make it your own. The outcome of your trauma, make it your own.
And guys, we want to thank you so much for spending this time with us. Get to enjoy what else is there to add value to your life. And we're going to say, till next time, whatever you do,
don't you go away. Bye.
The power of his dream brings you here. His man, Sean Carlard.